Alright, it is time for day 6 of our War Machine Zero. So, UVHM story is done. We're level 64. I'm gonna get Tubby class mods. That's the first priority. I just want to see what Gen 2s do. I want to see if anything makes Many Must Fall last even longer, so that I can just do stupid stuff with it. Also probably will knock out some DLC. But also I want to get a new Love Thumper, so we'll do our class mod farm first, since that'll give us a lot of XP. And then we'll do Love Thumper next, and then we'll move on into DLC. Probably, I might as well do Tina DLC, but I don't know how I feel about fighting dragons yet. We'll see how dragons will feel. And then we'll just do something light, like, I don't even know, Hammerlock DLC or Pirate DLC. We'll find out. Why does my kunai have fire rate, and why is the fire rate really, really bad? I can't be a spellcaster with bad magic. What is called? Why? What? Okay. This makes the milk sad, but maybe there's a way to deal with it. Alright, we've got a Tubby boy. Alright, cool. Alright, so, Legendary Sniper. The sniper gun damage, crit damage, and minus to shield capacity. Level 2 Critical Ascension. The weapon damage bonus is doubled for snipers and applies to all weapon types. Additionally, each stack improves action skill cooldown rate by 0.3%. That's actually kind of gross sounding. Okay. Plus to headshot, velocity one shot, and fast hands otherwise. Well, I mean, if you made it to where the weapon damage bonus applies to all weapons and not just sniper rifles. Infinity gameplay? We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Legendary Ninja gives melee damage, movement speed, and team cooldown rate. That's pretty nice. No major unique effect from the class mod otherwise, though. Gives plus to ambush, iron hand, backstab, be like water, and hyper focus. Okay, very cool. Killer class mod. Team crit, team amp damage, shield capacity, team amp damage. Wait, flat amp damage? Do I have to have an amp shield on for this to work? That is nice. Okay. Level 2 Death Mark. Each Death Mark now applies a slowness effect to all affected targets and increases all damage taken by an additional 5%. Okay, so we have that. We have Ambush, Headshot, plus to Velocity, and plus to Two Fang. Okay. I mean, this is fun. Maybe we can use this for magic. But also maybe Legendary Ninja, because that'll help with magic more. Alright, yeah, let me get the newest update, because there is a new update. So, with the Legendary Killer providing amp damage, do I have to be wearing an amp shield for that to trigger? Hold on, wait a minute. 2000, right, okay. So, on our Killer Com, that's, okay, there's no amp. So, like, surely I have to have an amp shield on for it to apply the amp. Okay, that's totally fair. Okay, so random blue amp shield from a vendor. Okay. 9.8. Okay. Yeah, that seems higher. Okay, so yeah, that's just, I mean, it's basically just putting a blue amp shield worth of extra amp damage on to your, like, anything. So, cool. There we go. Oh, Terra class mod is fixed? Ooh. So this should apply fire to dudes now? That's odd. Okay, I see the fire tick. Let me let me take this off. Alright, cool. And yeah, that does burn for a third of our expected damage. That seems pretty nice. Yeah. Okay, that just works. Oh, the game froze. Man, we're good. Oh, but it doesn't like take the benefit of if you apply Killing Blow or something like that. So it's just like a value. Okay. Well, still, that is nice. It's convenient at the very least. So I respect it. And apparently, the problem with Kunai having a really slow throw speed is being looked at. So maybe before end of day, we will get to be a mage again. But since we're having mage issues, let's just do, I don't know, a little bit of Amp Shield gameplay. Maybe we get a new Infinity, maybe we get a B Shield. We are entering into Tina DLC, so we can just grab those while we're there. And then I guess I can save my Love Thumper for later testing. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just be Dude Gunman again, with a little bit of Infinity flavor or something. Oh, Kill Confirm's damage got a bit of a nerf, which is understandable. Okay, so apparently this is not actually a nerf. In the previous patch, it was only doing a tenth of what it was supposed to do. So 0.8 instead of 8. So actually buffed? I'm having trouble making a decision here. So Legendary Killer would give us Amp Shield stuff, which would be funny for Amp Shield stuff, of course. But if I just run an at-level Infinity with a Sniper Comm, we get one shot, one kill, and then we get Critical Ascension applying weapon damage to our Infinity. We could be filthy. So we'll just probably end up doing Sniper Comm stuff for now. And then maybe in the future we'll still scoop up that B Shield, kind of just because why not? But for Infinity gameplay, which I'm kind of leaning back into right now, maybe I just don't worry about that. I'm sorry. Okay. So something is a little strong. Is it the Kunai application? What? I don't know what caused me to deal damage cap, but it's not doing it now. Oh, there we go. New Infinity is just dropped. Yeah, comparing them to using an amp shield, I think that just buffing them like severely with one shot and then a new Fabled Tortoise is just gonna be a good move. Interesting thing to note about our times two infinities. That doesn't normally happen in vanilla. Usually the Diva prefix actually gives it a chance to shoot twice, which does stack with Two Fang. So, yippee, minor buff. Feels good. Okay, hold on. Before we actually go into Tina DLC, let me just look at Terra. Just in the eyes. 3, 4, 5. Pip. Okay, that's strong. That's literally no damage. Sir, are you immune to non-element? Sir, are you just immune to bullets? That man was immune to bullets. That's terrifying. Sir, are you immune to bullets? Let me go back to Sanctuary's dummy real quick and just see if we literally just lose damage as we shoot with CA. Okay, so we hit damage cap on third stack of CA. And then after that, nothing. I'm assuming that it's going negative. Yeah, it's getting to the point where it's so much damage that it's like healing. Or it's just, yeah, it's overflowing. Huh. What if I take the sniper comm off, right? Yeah. Okay, so something with the added damage? That's not supposed to happen, but that's interesting. Yeah, you can see how quickly our damage ramps up too. Alright, we have achieved numbers only seen in Cookie Clicker and games that wish they were Cookie Clicker. Um, so like, this, we're just starting out pretty chill. 31 mil damage on first shot, that's actually pretty high. Immediately, there's millions, there's billions, 400 trillion on second shot on crit. Um, And then the next shot, also 401 trillion instead of 400. And then after that, we just get into the non-existent numbers. And yeah, that it was around this point where we just stopped dealing damage. So I'm assuming that it's just so much that the game just says no. I mean, just look at the guy. Interesting. It looks like I'll be using the legendary killer until that gets fixed. Alright, let's go to Tina DLC and get a B shield. Yippee. Oh well. The mod dev is very active and actually like a pretty chill person. They'll get it done. I like this mod dev. I don't want to troll. Because they actually are trying. Hold on, I'll apply kunai eventually. There we go. There we go. Also, something on our fire infinity that we have has just an insane amount of recoil. I don't know if it's a part or what's going on with it, but it is very upset. Maybe I should take a point in precision or something. Ooh, the B shield provides a lot of amp damage right now compared to that blue we were looking at. Okay, so did I low roll the extra amp damage on my killer com, or why does that value seem lower? No? Okay, so B shield with pretty nice parts, pretty respectable parts. 47, almost 48,000 amp damage. So the killer com amp is just kind of a little extra on top. It's not super duper crazy, but absolutely respectable for sure. Also, my two fang seems really, really low. This saddens me. But it is still a lot of extra damage for our infinities, so the B shield stays on during DPS, I guess. This seems pretty nice. I don't know if this is any stronger than vanilla Infinity Zero at this point in the game, because I don't really run Infinity Zero that much, but like, I'd assume this is about on par. And if we ever have an enemy that we really need to get rid of, we swap to the legendary sniper for like 2 or 3 shots, and then we swap right back to the killer. For now. It'll get fixed. But it's really funny for right now. Trying to very carefully get 1 crit so that we can just do that. There we go. It's funny for now. Alright, we also get to have a Grog now, so that's cool. I don't know if it does drunk effect in this mod. That appears to, yep. Okay, so we do get drunk effect still. Good, that still works. Alright, Goldie. Yi with crit. Yeah, I can't hit Goldie's crit spot unless I get rid of the orb first. I don't think it's going to be an issue, though. There we go.
We gotta walk all the way back?
Is that a... Yes, why is there an invader? Hello? The shoot's hella fast. I forgot that it says that.
Did you just say laser butts?
Alright, we got a sniper rifle that shoots hella fast. Now we just pair that with our legendary hunter. Nice. Truly the ultimate DPS weapon. Except for the fact that we lose out on funny legendary sniper effects. Oh well. Okay. Mod Dev has managed to slip out a new patch already. So... Normal kunai. Okay, we picked up a Chain Lightning, which the Chain Lightning in this mod just uses your entire shield as a charge. I picked up a Cradle, randomly. Wait. Okay, hold on. We have a plan. Okay, that's not much damage, but it's funny. Hold on. That is funny, though. Okay, interesting. There we go. Oh, we have the opportunity to just skip the entirety of this fight for once. I'll fight a handsome sorcerer legitimately, but I never get to skip this fight. Man, okay. Not quite. I don't feel bad about doing that, though, I will be honest. Incredible news. The mod dev has somewhat fixed it. Rejoice. Okay, so cool. We can use the legendary sniper and not feel bad anymore. Let's go fight the sorcerer man. Ooh, firestorm? Cast a powerful barrage of fire where you aim. Spell ammo 1, base cooldown 15. Okay. So it says base cooldown. Grenade regen modifier will improve spell cooldown. Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Sure. Alright, well, there you go. That's something. Alright. So, relax. Okay, alright, yeah. That's good. Okay. Sir, what was any of that? Come on. Please stop instant transmissioning. Okay. Well, that's terrifying. Stop. Go away. Please. Stop. Okay. So, he's a little gassed up. That's horrifying. But it is done. And we got a fire leech. Fire leech goes pretty crazy. So, sure. Alright, let's do this. Alright, your health bar is pretty small. Huh. Oh, right, if they don't have a target, they leave. Right, that was the issue I was worried about. Hmm. Hold on. Alright, one down. We have level up bonus. Let's work on Helianth next. I'll just hang out for a second. Let them run away. Pull them back down. Attempt to pull him back down for 1,000 years and not be able to, I guess. Sir? Accidentally landed boost. I might as well try to go for it. There we go. That just leaves... Where's Incinerator? Oh, there you are. There we go. Okay. That felt a little troll, but also really easy. There we go. The Omen. Shoots a laser beam that deals direct damage based on weapon element and explodes where it hits, dealing an additional explosive damage. Explosion damage can be buffed by grenade and weapon damage. That is exactly what it does. And that's definitely something. Okay. Doesn't deal self-damage. That does. Okay. Neat. Alright, and for our reward... The Deliverance does split into 5. It's really, really funny in this mod, too. That doesn't feel like 5. They're all stacked. Okay, that's why it doesn't feel like 5. Got it. But man, it's so funny. Okay, final DLC is going to be Hammerlock. We've definitely spent a little bit longer in this DLC than I expected to. Kind of just because of testing stuff. Alright, get him. Oh, oh, these kind of just fly for it, huh? Oh. Wait a minute. Well, this is silly. I do still have Marcus's ammo regen thing as well. It's 2 ammo a second, which is enough to keep the throws coming. Okay. This is funny. Oh, I didn't even check the previous vendor. Bloodstorm? And then the Infection, which does Corrosive, Explosive, and Shock in this mod. Breath of the Seraphs. Hold on, let me go back to Tina DLC. I just realized I didn't even check that vendor. The Seeker, which has a way higher fire rate. The Florentine, why does this have a 34 fire rate? Oh, right, it bursts fires in this mod. Okay, never mind, carry on. Each Seraph Crystal will improve this weapon's damage by 0.11%, cannot deal crits. And then Antagonist, and a normal Shadow of the Seraphs. Now, in this mod, Two Fang does not scale like it normally does. So you cannot get 100% Two Fang chance, and it makes me very sad. It is what it is. That countdown timer is going crazy. Okay. But yes, it makes me a little sad. Ooh, these are buckshot. Ooh, I can't afford those. Oh well. The funniest for later, I guess. Jesus. This is fun. Oh, Thermitage insta-spawns in this mod. That's nice. Those seem a little distracted. I'm just gonna fight the boss directly. There we go. I threw on a deputy's badge for the funny. We'll see what this does. They got a little distracted, but it seems pretty funny. Bully him. Maybe not. Okay. Well, it is what it is. That was pretty good. Please. Thank you. Alright, cool. We love a commit. Okay, anything from Loot Room? E-Tech. No thank you. Okay. Another E-Tech. This one's a dart. It's black gun. Okay, nothing of note. Can you pre-stack hyper-focus on a non-moving boss? Yes. Do I try to melee kill Voro right now? So, Legendary Ninja, level 69 melee shield, cooldown relic. I'm just going to try to overstack hyperfocus with our Gub, and then just immediately go in for combat. Was I pre-damaging boss? I think so. Hold on. Sure. You know? Sure. Interphaser. Although, I could get a chopper. Wait. Chopper gameplay? For stacking purposes? Okay, so I'm noticing that melee attacks are stacking the amount of kunai that I throw. So we can kind of go a little crazy with it if we just do a bunch of melee before throwing kunai. Like, yeah, I knew that it reset and gave us more kunai per melee hit, but I didn't realize it was just stacking the additional amounts of kunai on top of the kunai that we were going to throw. So if I just fry a bunch of dudes, and then I just kind of... Oh, okay. That's so loud. Get out of here. Alright, we have ranged options for our melee build, but our melee has to do really well first. I feel like that's... I mean, it's not balanced, but I feel like that's balanced, you know? Alright, Dexy, you giant, really, really inconvenient boss. There we go. That took a while. Okay. Hawkeye? Oh, right, the Hawkeye... Oh, hold on. This is a funny gun in this mod that just does a crap ton of damage, but drains ammo when held. So you just have to pull it out and shoot. And chopper. Nice. Okay, so if I just kind of... Honestly, worse than just using the gub. Holy kunai, Batman. Okay, nice. Oh, I killed Chief. Well, yeah, fair. Okay. Preemptively mag dump the boss before entering arena to build up hyper focus. Run in. Go invis. Throw kunai. Shoot. Start poking. Okay. I didn't even get to do the kunai I wanted to do. Alright, that's cool. Well, that's stuff. Yeah. Hold on, let me try that again without the shooting him and more of the kunai, because the kunai is what I want to test now. Okay, so just stack up hyper focus. Start a fight. Next, invis, throw basic kunai. Poke him a lot. Oh no, he has shield. Throw a lot of kunai. Go back to poking. Throw more kunai. And just duke it out. Well, that works too. Also, I have to assume with the right build, I can just one-shot this boss with that sniper, right? Like, hold on. Legendary Hunter, B Shield. That's basically the entire build plan. Invis. Just shoot it as many times as you can before you run out of ammo. Yeah, that works. Oh, and if I had at one with a gun, I could have burst fired. Wait, I'm silly. Hold on, my bad. I didn't even respec. I didn't even think about the potential here. Oh, you get so many more shots off because of the burst fire from at one. Okay. Well, there you go. That's pretty funny. Well, we can farm anything for now. Alright. Okay, so it is possible. You just have to get good. Well, that's pretty funny. That's not gonna be a thing next patch, but like for now, that's pretty funny. Actually, this build would be better suited for Fabled Tortoise since it increases pellet count. Compared to a 40% damage buff and a minimal amp bonus, just adding more projectiles is probably the move. So yeah, Fabled Tortoise definitely would have been the choice. Plenty of time left over. Okay. Well, that's pretty nice. Yeah, that's definitely not going to stay a thing. Alright, I want to spend some of my crystal... Oh, this rolled double buckshot. Oh, wait. I just wanted to spend a couple crystals. Hold on. It 2 shots, that's it. I guess this helps. Oh, it works. No, this works. That looks sick, by the way. Yeah, it's not supposed to just do chompy chompies. It's supposed to be just ×1, high fire rate, pretty good calming. But since we rolled double mashing on it, it does this now. And that's way more funny anyway. So that's cool, sure. Stack up a bunch of hyper focus. Right? Jesus Christ. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so the whole becoming intangible and enemies leaving immediately thing kind of keeps the play style in balance. Any boss that has just a disappearing phase just goes away before I can actually get anything off. And it makes me very sad. Okay, so like that's chill. That is very chill. Yeah, so I mean it's pretty much just a problem in Terra and Dragonfight. They'll just leave if there's no target. So like kind of a downside. So much more damage. But like in every other raid boss fight, the boss just kind of stays and hangs out. So not a problem anywhere else except for those two. And it doesn't feel like too big of a problem. Probably just because we have so much damage and we can choose to become visible again, which still kind of feels bad that like you can't really melee dragons without them just piecing out. But it is nice that you at least have the option to try. But yeah, that's it for today. We're level 78 now. I might as well just hit level 80, like, immediately tomorrow, I guess. Or I could just do it right now. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Level 80. Kind of just because we can. Why not, you know? I'll try not to abuse that too much, but it's funny for a day of tomfoolery. Obviously, if you actually wanted to enjoy the game, maybe don't do that, but you can totally do that. So, that's pretty fun. I guess tomorrow will just be some DLC stomping at level 80 now. We can kind of just get relatively final equipment until we do OP levels, and then of course do OP levels, and then bump everything to level 80, or level 80, level OP 10, and then we'll just test that when we get there. Fun day, day 6.